All right, hey, shalom, shalom. Before I begin this lesson, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah, Kodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone who still rule well, who have taught me this truth. Peace and salutations to the elect out there, scattered wherever you may be. May Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai bless you and your household, and may you continue to endure. All right, shalom to you, Akim, on the highways and byways, week in and week out, as Yahweh Bashim Shai commanded us to do. All right, may Yahweh Bashim Shai bless you and your household, and may you continue to endure. All right, shalom to you Israelite foreigners, okay, scattered on all four corners of the earth, who don't look like your typical Israelite, but your spirit bears witness to this truth. All right, may Yahweh Bashim Shai bless you and your household. All right. It is your brother Dabakia from the Sons of Yasharallah, GMS, Colorado Springs Camp, coming to you again with another live lesson, and I pray that you're edified, all right? Because that's what we do these lessons for, edification and exhortation. Got that beetroot in my water, all right? Health is wealth, folks. Health is wealth. All right. Today's lesson will be based in the book of Job, chapter 17. Okay? And as, well, if you don't know, let's get it. Job was a prophet of Yahweh, all right? And he believed in Yahweh Shai. All right? Mind you, Yahweh Shai was way after his time. Okay? But Yahweh put it on his spirit to have faith, okay, in a redeemer. All right? And when you go into the book of Job, all right, you start at chapter 1. I encourage you to, if you haven't read the book of Job, start there, chapter 1, so you can get context sake. All right, you'll see that Job he was living a wealthy life. He had cattle, riches, women, right, a family, and etc. Brothers, etc. Okay, but all right, the spiritual demon Satan on the left-hand side, all right, approached Yahweh in the kingdom of heaven, all right, and got permission from Yahweh to vex Job and to put hell on him. Okay, and if you don't know, all right, Satan is a son of God. All right, these are deep, dark mysteries that that plantation Christianity refuses to teach you, and this is also with the fake ass PDF files, Catholic yeast. All right, don't teach Jake as well. All right, but over here at Great Millstone, you're going to get the 100% truth. All right, we're going to give you the whole skitty. There's no sugarcoating with this, okay? So, once again, I encourage you to go get the book of Job, chapter 1. Start there. But, more or less, we're going to get this book of chapter 17 to see where Job was at this time of his life when he was being vexed from Yahweh, all right? And not to mention, Job does have 3 friends in this whole book, okay? And we'll get into 2 of his friends by the end of this lesson. Let's get it. Slack. Mosquito bite. All right, here's Job, chapter 17 and verse 1. Job appeals to power, okay? Because he was having dilemmas and confrontations with Yahweh at the time. All right, he was questioning everything. And when he was questioning why he was going through what he goes through, as we, go through as well in this generation. All right, Job 17 and verse 1. We'll stay up verse 1. My breath is corrupt. My days are extinct. The graves are ready for me. All right, so Job is basically saying that every single breath that he has in this society, even back then during his society, is off. It's vexing. It's pointless. In which, it's not what's what I'm looking for? It's not wrong to feel like that, but it's also not right, because we know that Yahweh Bashim Shai has brought us into this truth, all right? And this is the top knowledge on planet Earth as we speak. But nonetheless, waking up every single day in this society and seeing off shit happen 24/7 is vexing. We know that death would be much better than this, where Esau Edom rules in wickedness and corruption, right? And who's Esau Edom? The self-proclaimed white man. Continuing on. Job 17 and verse 2. Are there not mockers with me? Right? And yes, there are mockers with Job, just like there's mockers in today's generation. You 2/3, okay, of you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. You don't want to see this truth come out. You don't want to hear this truth, all right? And you mock us, all right? You scoff. You motherfuckers on TikTok scoff 24/7. And guess what? Yahweh Shai sees that, okay? And the angels see that, all right? You will be held accountable in that day of judgment. All right? And you plantation Christianity, fucking Christians, stop trying to come up to Israelites and talk to us about nonsense. All right? We don't have time to be debating. All right? This is the last leg of Esau Edom's wicked ass society. And you sit here and think that we want to debate with you fucking bug outs? You niggas still don't even think we're under the law. You say the law is done away with, and you can't even prove that. Anyway, it says right here, the accusations of these friends were contributing as much as his physical disability toward Job's possible death. We as believers should take a lesson from all of this, right? Job chapter 17 and verse 3. Lay down now, put me in a surety with you, all right? Who is he who will strike hands with me? It says right here, in other words, Lord, you're the only one to whom I can look. All right, yes, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai are the only ones we can look up to. All right, we don't have any idols. Okay, we don't worship man. All right, we worship Yahweh Bashim Yahushai in spirit and in truth. All right, by doing these lessons, by doing our sit downs, by keeping the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of our ability, by not partaking in wickedness and evil nigga black culture. All right, because evil nigga black culture is finished and it's done. All right, and if you uphold that black culture, may Yahweh Bashim Yahushai destroy you. All right, black culture, that Latino culture, that Native American shit is done. All right. All right. Job chapter 17 and verse 4. Excuse me. For you have hid their heart from understanding. All right, that word heart goes back to the Hebrew word la'ab. Okay, so Yahweh has hidden, right, you 2/3 from understanding this truth, and you heathens as well, you Edomites. Okay, now you got Esau Edom because their man CK Charlie, Kirk, whatever, got smoked. All right, now they want to uphold and bring up the Bible again, and pray to so-called God again. All right, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai is not dealing with you Edomites. All right, he's not hearing your prayers. He's bringing hell to your country. Okay, America has had its time, but this dirty whore's time is up. All right, and we proudly say that to you devils on the highways and byways. All right, because look, you've ruled for a long time, Esau Edom. It was cool while it lasted, and no, it's not. I'm being sarcastic. All right, this shit was horrible. This is easily one of the worst time periods in history. All right, now Yahweh Bashim Yahushai is ending you devils. Okay, so live it up while you can, Esau Edom, you 2/3. All right, because you don't have understanding. But Yahweh Bashim Yahushai is gonna get you at the end of the day. Verse 4 again from the top. For you have hid their heart from understanding. Therefore shall you not exalt them. All right, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai is not going to exalt you 2/3 of you heathens or you Edomites. Job chapter 17 and verse 5. He who speaks flattery to his friends, even the eyes of his children shall fail. Right? And who speaks the most flattery? Esau Edom. Okay? They live out here in these suburbs, in these big places all throughout the world, right? And they believe that their pride will not be brought low. That's why we call Donald Trump King Devil Nero Trump. All right? He's a devil that the Bible speaks of, and he's proven that each and every day. Right? He's not dealing with you Jakes. All right, you Northern Kingdom are being vexed each and every day from these damn devils. All right, they're putting you in ICE detention camps, concentration camps. Okay, and they're locking you up. All right, little to no food, horrible bathroom usages, and etc. But you damn Jakes still want to hold hands with this devil when he's clearly through. Right, this devil is finished. All right, we rejoice because Yahweh Bashim Shai has finally exposed Esau Edom. All right, let's get it. Job chapter 17 and verse 5. Again, he who speaks, all right, he who speaks flattery to his friends, even the eyes of his children shall fail. All right, it says right here, these friends will pay for what they have done. All right, Job chapter 17 and verse 6. He has made me also a byword of the people. All right, that's how we know that Job was an Israelite. Okay, he was a byword. All right, and what's a byword? A negative term that's attached, right, to certain demographics. Okay, it's like a mockery. And what are some recent bywords that I can go into? Black. All right, there is no such thing as black. We're different shades of brown. Okay, and we're scattered on all four corners of the earth. Right, that's a byword. Being called African American is a byword, but you have to have eyes and ears to hear. Eyes to see and ears to hear. All right, because to even call yourself black, all right, to be black is to be void of light. All right, I'm not black. I'm a different shade of brown. All right, and Latino, that's also a byword. You're not so-called Latino, man. That's just a byword made up by Esau Edom, the goddamn devil. All right, to demonize you Israelites, right? You so-called Latinos are Issacharites. Your forefathers Issachar, which means he is hired. All right, and also being called Native American. That's a byword too. All right, even African American. All right, Africonius, Cypriconius. How are African Americans from two continents? Like, that doesn't even make no damn sense. Once again, that's another example of a byword. I can go on and on, but look, we are constantly called bywords because we are underneath these curses. Pursuant to the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verses 15 through 68. All right, verse 6 again. He has made also a byword of the people, and aforetime I was a tabaret. In other words, Job had become a joke in the entirety of that part of the world. All right, you 2/3 are jokes in America. All right, we laugh at you. You got the whole world scrutinizing you and clowning you, calling you young niggas. All right, more proof, we're the Israelites. All right, the hell is a young nigga? You're an Israelite who's just bugged out. Job chapter 17 and verse 7. My eye also is dim by reason of sorrow, and all my members are as a shadow. He's referring to his body, okay, and his eyes being dim. All right, so he was sad at the time, all right, because of this vexation and because of the hell he was catching. Which there's nothing new under the sun. We get sad too because of this hell that we're catching, but we know that Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, our Savior, is near. All right, and the angels is near. We have to have faith. We gotta have joy in this thing. Okay, that woe is me spirit should be out the door because hey, we're approaching some heavy times. That MOTB is on the way. Okay, and we got a few more prophecies left. Jacob's trouble. All right, concentration camps being beheaded for this word. All right, famine of the word. We got a lot of great things to look forward to, and we appreciate Yahweh Bashmi Shai for speeding up time and speeding up time for the elect's sake. All right. Okay. Excuse me. chapter 17 and verse 8. Upright men shall be astonished at this, and the innocent shall stir up himself against the hypocrite. All right? Job is saying that even an upright man, upon viewing his terrible plight, will be astonished and will surely think him guilty. Even the innocent little children will think he is a hypocrite. Perhaps this was the heaviest load of all to hear or to bear. Job chapter 17 and verse 9. The righteous, who's the righteous? The elect, the hopeful elect, right? The Israelites. The righteous also shall hold on his way, and he who has clean hands shall be stronger and stronger. Right here it says, these words are uttered by faith. Job will not allow these individuals, whoever they might be, to deter him from his hold on Yahweh. All right, you individuals, you 2/3, all right, you bugged out Christians, you're not going to stop this glorious truth. You're not going to stop us from calling on Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. You're not going to stop us from keeping the laws, statutes, and commandments. You're not going to stop the plagues from coming to America. All right, you go all over X, formerly known as Twitter, and see Americans talking about, is this the end of America? Yes, this is the end of America. This is the end of Babylon the Great. All right, America is approaching its 250th year. And go look up how long empires usually stay in place before they end. Okay? So yes, this is the end of America, also known as Babylon the Great, spiritual Egypt, and this place is worse than Sodom and Gomorrah. Alright? So, alright, and nonetheless, this truth is getting stronger and stronger. The more that these devils try to persecute us, the more that we grow. Alright? You can't stop this from coming out. This is not a man-made thing. This is a divine thing that has came as a gift from on high, all right, from Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai, the Rakah Kodash, and the angels, all right? We didn't choose to be in his truth. Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai chose us to be in his truth. Just like he's choosing for 2/3 of our people not to get it. We don't have time for you Christians. Once again, the Spirit's on me to keep saying that. We don't have time for you Catholics. We don't have time to debate with any of you niggas out there. If it's not this, thus saith the Bible or the Holy Scriptures, be gone. All right, go up the street with that madness. Juice hit. I ain't gonna lie. All right, so Job chapter 17, verse 9 again. That's a beautiful verse. The righteous also shall hold on his way, and he who has clean hands shall be stronger and stronger. All right? It says right here again, these words are uttered by faith. Job will not allow these individuals, right, unbelievers, whoever they might be, to deter him from his hold on power. In fact, the accusations will only make his faith stronger. The more you accuse us, the more we have faith, devil. All right? Esau, Edom. Do what you have to do. Come in with that sword, all right? Because we're looking forward to spiritual power, all right? All that power that you folks, you people see in movies like Superman and Spider-Man and Batman and etc., that's coming to the elect on this side, man. But you have to have faith to believe that. That's beautiful. Job chapter 17 and verse 10. But as for you all, do you return and come now? For I cannot find one wise man among you. All right, it says right here. In effect, he is saying that these friends can repeat their arguments as often as they wish. Even so, not a wise word has yet been uttered, because it was not the power or the word of power. All right, once again, if you're not coming out of these scriptures, we don't consider you wise. We don't consider you smart. We don't consider you intelligent. It is what it is. Once again, you're not going to hear any type of sugarcoat over here at Great Millstone, beginning with our elders and our bishops on down. You can get that at IUIC, which is Israelites United in Confusion. I mean Christ. Who the hell is Christ? We know Yahweh Shai Hamashiach. You can get that at Sakari. All right, they're through. Okay. Alizé, he's through. ISUBK. Sleeping with white women is the MOTB. All right, you can go get that over there. But over here at Great Millstone, you're gonna get the 100% truth. All right. Job chapter 17 and verse 11. My days are past. My purposes are broken off. even the thoughts of my heart, his mind. All right. Uh, I really don't care what others say anymore. That's basically what he's saying. That's off though, you know. Job chapter 17 and verse 12. They they changed the night into day. The light is short because of darkness. All right, doubt, unbelief, accusations, and condemnation as offered by these friends actually do the work of Satan. All right, spiritual demon Satan. Job chapter 17 and verse 13. If I wait, the grave is my house. I have made my bed in the darkness. So you can see Job was catching pure hell. All right? And we're catching pure hell as well. If you're not catching hell, you have to question yourself and question if you're really a part of this thing. All right? To catch hell. We're catching pure hell. Every time I call a brother on the phone, he's catching hell. All right? Hell comes with this. With this truth. We have to know what we signed up for. All right? Right here it says, he is saying that if he listens to these people, their words will kill him. Are our words to others a blessing or a curse? Job chapter 17 and verse 15. And where is now my hope? As for my hope, who shall see it? All right? Job chapter 17 and verse 16. They shall go down to the bars of the pit when our rest together is in the dust. Okay? All right. Now, Job chapter 18. We're going to get the book of Job chapter 18 to see his friend Balad's response to what Job just shared with him. Okay? Job chapter 18 and verse 1. Then answered Balad the Shushite and said, how long will it be ere you make an end of words? Mark, and afterwards we will speak. So what he is saying is, in other words, what you say is of no consequence, and what we say is the only wisdom being spoken here. Job chapter 18 and verse 3. Wherefore are we counted as beasts and reputed vile in your sight? So he's asking Job, like, yo, is this how you see us? All right, because this is what Job was saying about his friends, but he's also applying this to the wicked. All right, who's the wicked? Esau, Edom. All right, this says right here, Job had not said that these friends were unclean, but Lot therefore misrepresents him. But what else is new? All right, Job chapter 18 and verse 4. He tears himself in his anger. Shall the earth be forsaken for you? And shall the rock be removed out of his place? Right? It says in Job chapter 16 verse 9, Job complained that God was tearing him in his anger. Balad says that Job was tearing himself in his bad temper and asked him if he expected natural and physical laws to be convulsed in support of his pretended innocency. All right, Job 18 and verse 5. This is what Balad, his friend, Job 18 and verse 5. Yes, the light of the wicked shall be put out. All right, who's the wicked? Esau, Edom, the self-proclaimed white woman, man, and child. All right, on down. All right, they're the wicked. Yahweh Shemashai is putting your light out as we speak. All right, your understanding is going away. No, there's no more wisdom in teeming. All right, and in this sense too, the wicked can be applied to the 2/3 of our people who don't want to come into this truth. All right, your light is going to be put out too when Esau Edom comes down with that sword and that great wrath on you. Right? Yes, the light of the wicked shall be put out, and the spark of his fire shall not shine. All right, Job chapter 18 and verse 6. The light shall be dark in his tabernacle, and his candle shall be put out with him. Verse 7. The steps of his strength shall be straightened, and his own counsel shall cast him down. Okay? And you Edomites are being casted down from your hierarchy. All right? The nations now know who you devils are. Okay? More or less, you got Jake rebellion against you damn devils. Right? You Edomites, you're gonna have a hard time with this NWO. Okay? Job 18 and verse 8. For he is cast into a net by his own feet, and he walks upon a snare. All right. Verse 9. The jinn shall take him by the heel, and the robber shall prevail against him. All right. Verse 10. The snare is laid for him in the ground, and a trap for him in the way. All right. And that snare is Yahweh Shemi Shai and the prophets. Okay. We're a snare in Esau Edom's NWO and his system and his authoritative hierarchy. Okay. Because we're teaching this glorious gospel. All right. We're like a glitch in the matrix, if you will. Job chapter 18 and verse 11. And this is currently what's going on with Esau Edom. Terror shall make him afraid on every side, and shall drive him to his feet. All right, Esau Edom is being haunted in their dreams right here in this reality, in this kingdom all over the earth. All right, in Europe, you got immigrants taking over. You got Hamites taking over. You got Ishmaelites taking over that region of Europe as well. Okay, Esau Edom is losing complete control of this world. All right, that's because this devil's time is up. All right. Terror shall make him afraid on every side, and shall drive him to his feet. Okay. And this is, once again, Balad's response to Job and how Yahweh Shemi Shai is going to deal with these wicked ass devils. All right. Job 18 and verse 11 again. Terror shall make him afraid on every side, and shall drive him to his feet. Verse 12. His strength shall be hunger bitten, and destruction shall be ready at his side. Okay, you devils, it might seem like you're winning right now, but Yahweh Shemi Shai has you devils in a trick bag. Off top. Job 18 and verse 13. It shall devour the strength of his skin. Even the firstborn of death shall devour his strength. All right, Yahweh Shemi Shai is gonna send death angels to you damn devils. All right, via the chariots. Those are death angels for you devils. All right, the UFOs. That is a good omen for the Israelites, specifically for the elect, and that's a bad omen for you 2/3 and for you devils. There's no ways around that. All right, we're almost done. Job 18 and verse 15. It shall dwell in his tabernacle, because it is none of his. Brimstone shall be scattered upon his habitation. And that brimstone are those nukes. All right? Those nuclear bombs that are going to hit America from east, north, south, and west, on all four corners. All right? After that, MOTB is mandated worldwide, because that MOTB will be mandated in our generation. If you can receive that. All right, don't take that MOTB, which is that Karagma, that Sihim, right? Verse 16. His root shall be dried up beneath, and above shall his branch be cut off. You devils have a very short time. Verse 17. His remembrance shall perish from the earth, and he shall have no name in the street. And all right, your remembrance. All right, Esau Edom, this is like a damn nightmare living underneath your kingdom. It's a queendom, really. All right, in that day, or after 1,000 years of slavery, you're gonna be, what's the word I'm looking for? You're gonna go extinct. All right, you're gonna disappear. You're gonna perish. You're the only nation on earth that has that type of, ending. Okay, that's how wicked you are. But you have to go into slavery for 1,000 years. There's no ways around that. And may Yahweh Shemi Shai curse you devils, all right? And Yahweh Shemi Shai Shalak Rayam Abad Babal. That's what we say all the time, all right? You devils, once again, you devils, make that move, because we have Yahweh Shemi Shai and the angels on our side, all right? And there's nothing you can do about it. As well, that goes for you 2/3 too. You 2/3 ain't stopping shit. We can do this all day. This is a beautiful chapter. Wow, I love this chapter. Alright. Job 18 and verse 17 again. His remembrance, right? Oh, white man. No, fuck that. His remembrance shall perish from the earth, and he shall have no name in the street. Alright, you devils aren't going to have any names in the streets. Alright? And more or less, that's in that day, we're all going to witness how insignificant you are. Job 18 and verse 18. He shall be driven from light into darkness and chased out of the world. All right, that's what's currently happening to you devils. All right, you Edomites have been exposed. Nobody wants you around. Nobody wants you small hats in their fucking countries because you're nasty, you're tacky, and you play the victim. Right? You now I heard you motherfuckers bought YouTube. Might as well change this shit to YouTube. You just bought TikTok because you want to control the fucking narrative. All right, keep controlling the narrative. We have Yahweh Shemiah Shah on our side, and they're not with you damn devils, especially not you, Benjamin, Satan, not a Jew. Shalach Rayam to you and your fucking family, all right? We don't care. We have a mass vendetta against you small hats because you stole our identity. Verse 18 again, he shall be driven from light into darkness and chased out of the world. Verse 19, he shall neither have son nor nephew among his people, nor any remaining in his dwellings. Verse 20, they who come after him shall be astonished at his day, as they who went before were affrighted. All right, we're going to be like, yo, Yahweh Shemiah finally did it. Final verse, Job 18 and verse 21. Surely such are the dwellings of the wicked, and this is the place of him who knows not Yahweh. This is your end, Esau, Edom. You're going into slavery, and your name's going to perish after 1,000 years of slavery. All right? No way. There are no ways around it. So, us in this truth, we need to pray for more understanding, faith, and confidence. Plus, to have joy. Okay? All right? So, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this lesson. And I pray that you were edified, and I pray that you were exhorted. An exhortation. All right, I'm going to close out this lesson by saying Barak the Yahweh, Barak the Yahweh Shai, Barak the Yahweh, Barak the Yahweh Shai, Call Halog Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah, Kodash, Shalom.